Welcome back to another Premier League predictions video. This is for week 18 of the Premier League, and there's been a lot of cancelled games this week. It's kind of absurd. The coronavirus has become an issue recently. It has been for the last couple of seasons, but I think now we're really starting to see games being cancelled. There were games being cancelled last week and the week before that, not including the Burnley and Watford game that was cancelled due to bad weather. That's something completely different. And now we're in a situation where we're going to have fixture congestion. In the second half of the season, we're going to have a lot of games being played midweek. So teams will have, 2 or 3 games in a week where they should really only have one. This may affect quite a few teams. Obviously, we don't talk about it on this channel, but some teams do have European commitments, European games, so that could be a massive issue for those teams when they need to play those games. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens going forward because I didn't foreshadow games being cancelled this season. Obviously, in past seasons, games were cancelled, but I thought we were kind of in a situation where we're kind of past that point, but I guess not. And we'll have to keep an eye on this. First game up is Man United and Brighton. This game has been postponed, so there will be no fixture for this, or will be rescheduled at another time. So next game up is Aston Villa and Burnley. This will be a tough game for both sides. Either side could win it. Obviously, Aston Villa have been in stunning form. They've been very impressive the last month or so, winning a lot of games and picking up a lot of points. So they'll be dangerous in this one. And for Burnley, it's hard to gauge where they're at. Obviously, they managed to grab a point at Stamford Bridge quite a few games ago. It feels like a long time now because Burnley have had some games cancelled, so we haven't really seen them in action that much. And Burnley, conceded 3 goals to Palace, so and in that game, that was quite shocking how they defended, so it is a surprise to see or try and, figure out what's going to happen in this game. But I think it'll be a tough game. Either side could win it. I think it'll be a 1-1 draw. Next game up is Southampton and Brentford. This game has been postponed. Next game up is Watford and Crystal Palace. Postponed again. Next game up is West Ham and Norwich. This game has been postponed. Next game up is Leeds and Arsenal. This will be a tough game for Leeds. They were absolutely shocking last week, conceding 7 goals. Obviously, that's not acceptable at this level. It just shouldn't be happening. I think Leeds are really struggling this season. I thought, last week, them grabbing a point against Chelsea, I thought, that was impressive that they were able to do that. But then you see them go into this game against Man City and get destroyed. And then you're thinking, yeah, this team's in massive trouble. They are in a relegation battle. And I think their goal for this season will be to try and stay up. And this will be a 2-0 win to Arsenal. Next game up is Everton and Leicester. This game has been postponed. Next game up is Wolves and Chelsea. This will be a tough game for both sides. Either side could win it. Obviously, Wolves have been very impressive defensively the last month or so. And really for most of this season, not the start because at the start of the season, obviously, they were shocked. Excuse me. They were shocking, but they really rectified that. And for Chelsea, they've dropped a lot of points recently. They were the league leaders, but now they're not. and they're falling further behind every week. I'm not really sure what's happened with Chelsea. Things aren't really working out for them. Not really sure why. With the talent they have, they should be really putting teams away week in, week out. They have had some injuries recently, like to Ben Chilwell, but I think their squad is big enough to deal with that. This will be a tough game. Either side could win it. I think it'll be a 1-1 draw. Next game up is Newcastle and Man City. This will be a 3-0 win to Man City. Next game up is Tottenham and Liverpool. This will be a tough game for both sides. It could be one of the games of the weekend. Obviously, Tottenham have been very impressive under Conte, which I've mentioned several times. Liverpool, obviously, they're in very good form. They're scoring goals and winning games. So, you can't really fault them for anything. But this will be a 2-1 win to Liverpool. And that's about it.